As you begin to awaken, you will have all kinds of instantaneous new approaches and new ways of looking at things because you're eliminating the rigidity that you've previously had. See, the highest form of ignorance is to reject something you know nothing about. Yet, some people go through their whole lives like this, consistently blocking the new from coming in lest it conflicts with their firmly held beliefs. For the rest of us, the openness is available in an instant, and that instant can happen anywhere. 64,000 is the median number of words per book. Average person reads about 200 words per minute. Simple math will tell us that is one book in 320 minutes. To accomplish this in 7 days, numbers say you would have to read for 45 minutes a day. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification button, like, comment, and share. Enjoy. Welcome to the Book of the Week series. Every week as I read another amazing title, I share it with the world. My name is Igor S.F. Walker, and today we look at The Power of Awakening. Mindfulness Practices and Spiritual Tools to Transform Your Life by Dr. Wayne Dyer. So how about you slow down and relax? Reduce all that noise for just a bit. Make that choice and decide to listen. In this video, we are reminded of timeless words of wisdom in a new format. The internationally renowned speaker and author offers spiritual tools to transcend your current circumstances and old patterns in order to reach true fulfillment. Stick around till the end. I will share with you some tools I do have and use that will help you tremendously in this game of life. Discover a way to find out what actually motivates you, what innate human need is driving all of your decisions and your behavior. I will share some tools to improve your self-awareness, your social awareness, your self-management, and relationship management. See, dreaming is one way you can get a handle on another level of consciousness. See, you enter another realm when you go to sleep. When you dream, you live in another world, one of pure thought. You can do anything. You can create everything you need. You don't say, oh, I didn't have a body, that was an illusion. Because if somebody is coming at you with a knife, even if it is a dream, your reaction to it is real when you wake up. Your heart is really pumping. You can look back and say, oh, that's an illusion. There was nobody with a knife. The only time you know you were dreaming is when you are awake. So you have to wake up to know that what you were just doing was actually an illusion. That is the difference between the dream consciousness level and the waking consciousness level. What I do suggest is that in order to go from one level of consciousness to another, you have somebody who's on the second rung go down there and pretend to be with you on the first rung. Now, we get to the third rung, which has the question mark. What is that level of consciousness? And how is it different? F. Scott Fitzgerald wrote a wonderful essay that said something like, the highest form of intelligence that you can get to is when you are able to have two contradicting concepts present in you at the same time. He explained that it is perfectly legitimate within the context of this perfect universe to think everything is hopeless and yet have hope at the same time. To know that there are people who are starving and be determined to do something about it at the same time. And the reason I believe that what he says is definitely true is that this contradiction is the highest place you have to go to, because each one of us is a paradox as well. We live in two different sets of rules. We live in form, which has its own rules, and we live in non-form, which has a whole other set of rules. We're in this one package, but there's always this dualism. We simply have to keep our focus on the big picture. Now, the path to understanding the big picture is different for everyone. But its availability is there. Whatever it takes for you is fine. All I'm saying is that you don't have to go through it in the world of form, in your physical world. You can actually transform, go beyond your form. You can be metaphysical. You can go beyond the physical. You can experience it in your mind when there are no limits. You can literally be anywhere through your thoughts. Then when you come out of it, realize that, okay, that's enough. I've done that now. Let me practice the big picture. Let me see. Then you see, it isn't anything that you have to bring into your life. Once you're able to do that, once you're able to create that for yourself, then you get all the benefits of the big picture. You become aware of the universal source of energy. You know that it isn't some phenomena you read about. It is a part of what you are. There is a part of you that is watching all this happening, and that divine energy is who you truly are. It allows you to do all the things that you do in your life. It is your very essence. It is this divine energy that you start paying much more attention to, rather than the absurd idea that you're somehow separate and distinct from it. You have a newfound sense of appreciation and awe. You now focus your inner energy on the beauty that surrounds you, and you receive the energy from those surroundings. As you become at awe and have appreciation for it, you have an appreciation for that energy being within you. You realize that not only can you access that energy, but it is also something that is within you at all times. You don't have to think of it as something external to yourself. You make a new agreement with reality. That is, the limits of your perception, they expand to include another whole world of energy that does coexist with you at all times. You stop way to the beliefs you have been handed by well-meaning people, which tell you what reality has to be for you. You will abandon that and open up a whole new possibility of what your reality can be, including things you might never have considered before. You become a waking dreamer. Now, this means that everything you experience in your dreaming consciousness is something you are able to experience in waking consciousness. That is, you stop with the idea that in order to dream, you have to go to sleep. As you become more forgiving, you do understand that in order to really live the higher spiritual life and gain the authentic freedom that you are looking for, you have to let go of all the anguish, all the hatred, all the bitterness that you do carry around. See, this is the venom from the bites you have received in the earlier parts of your life. And the venom is what's killing you, not the bites. You cannot be unbitten, but you can certainly remove the venom. So key number 1, banish the doubt. It comes first because it is the most difficult to do. It is not the memorization of a whole series of techniques and strategies that will actually lead someone to it. Rather, what is necessary is a belief that it is possible. The saying goes, as you think, so shall you be. It is not as you be, so shall you think. As we have learned, if what we think about is what creates our world, and what we think about is laced with doubt, then doubt is what we will act on. We won't be able to act on anything else. Unfortunately, most of the things that have been handed to us from the well-meaning people in our lives came with doubt attached to them. This is a crucial thing to understand. If what we think about is that we cannot do something, or there's even the slightest amount of doubt that it is possible for us to do it, then this is what we will act upon. Now keep in mind that doubt is not a product of your higher self, and you can learn to observe it rather than choose to own it. You can become the witness to it, which brings us to the next key. Key number 2. Cultivate the witness. Once you learn to banish the doubt, then you can cultivate the witness. You cannot do it before. I do love these words from Khalil Gibran. For in the truth, it is life that gives unto life, while you who deem yourself a giver are but a witness. If you want to be able to create a life of fulfillment, of purpose, of freedom, through your heightened spiritual awareness, you must detach yourself from the outcome. As tough as that may be, or may seem to be, see yourself as the one who's watching all of this transpire, which means that you become the noticer. You notice your mind and all the thoughts that are actually in it. You notice the things that are going on in your life today as well as past events. You notice what's happening in the world. And all of this you see from a perspective of being a dispassionate witness. Key number 3, shut down the inner dialogue. Third key to higher awareness is to shut down the inner dialogue. Again, this flows from a pattern. First, you learn to banish the doubt. Then, as the doubt begins to dissipate, you have the opportunity to cultivate the witness. This cannot be done before. It can only be there with the absence of doubt. Now, as you get good at cultivating the witness, you find that the best way to lead the witness is in silence. Silence is what you have to learn as you shut down the inner dialogue. As you feel yourself becoming more spiritual, and as you feel yourself becoming more awake, as you do experience the authentic freedom of higher awareness, you might get the notion, I truly am a little bit more spiritual than the other people I am around. My partner doesn't really know what path I am on, or the like. That's the ego, trapping you into thinking that you are better or worse or special, more special. You're not. Everyone is on their own place, on the life path, and none of us are more special or any better in the eyes of God. We are all extensions of the same divine loving presence. We are not better than. As you synthesize and see how these things are connected, do not let the ego convince you that this somehow makes you superior. It's a trap. And ego loves to get you into these traps. The fourth key to higher awareness is so important. It actually requires its own chapter. It's tame the ego. And it flows directly from the first 3 keys. After you banish the doubt, then you learn to have a knowing rather than a belief about things. Then you're able to attain the perspective of a witness, noticing what's happening in a dispassionate way. And in the process, you learn that cultivating the witness is best done in silence. The ego works really hard at keeping you from the divine place of a quiet mind, making you believe that there's nothing of value to you in silence. More than anything else, the ego is into self-preservation. And it will say things to you like, I cannot believe you're now allowing yourself to fall for all of this nonsense. All of this nonsense simply refers to your understanding that it is time to listen to your higher awareness. There's an old saying that you will not be punished for your anger. You will be punished by your anger. And that makes a lot of sense to me. It isn't like there's going to be a judgment day in which somebody is going to tally how many times you were angry and then give you points for whatever. Instead, what happens is that you find yourself living with that anger. When you expect the world to be the way you want it to be, instead of honoring it and celebrating it the way it is, you will be punished by your anger. Anger, hatred, bitterness, as well as all the other stuff that comes out of you in the name of getting somebody else to change or simply not liking the way the world is. This becomes what you're constantly marinating in. It is something that you live with all the time. So that's all you have to give away. And then it intensifies the stress that you're living with. It raises your heart rate, creates all kinds of physical maladies. If you see everybody as a teacher, though, then you'll always be open to the universe's education. World peace comes about through inner peace within each individual. Therefore, if we've got a whole world full of people who are peaceful, then we've got world peace. But if we've got a world full of some individuals who are peaceful and a whole bunch more who are full of anger, resentment, fear, mistrust, and so on, then we've got a world disorder. When you improve your own life first, all you have to give away is quality of life. Now, if you do that, and you're giving away quality in every interaction that you do have, you will be the kind of person whom other people want to be around. When you're not attached to things, they can not own you any longer. Then you find that you're less attached to ideas that actually no longer work in your life either. And in the process, you open yourself up to so many positive experiences. What you once viewed as just happenstance or coincidence shows up in your life in numerous ways now that you are really experiencing the awakened life. Again, the less attached you are, the more the universe will send your way. If you give away more of whatever you are getting, it all keeps moving and it keeps flowing and your life improves beyond measure. I read a very interesting study. See, it was done with unemployed people, and they were asked to visualize themselves getting a job. One of the people had a job that paid $25,000 a year. Another person, previous job, had paid $50,000 a year. And another person was actually an executive whose job has paid $250,000 a year. All three were told to practice this visualization technique. See yourself with the job. See yourself working again. And then act on that visualization. Each one of them did so, and they saw themselves working again. And that thought began to manifest itself, and they began to act on it. 3 months later, all of the subjects were employed again. The first person who had a $25,000 job now had another $25,000 job. The $50,000 a year person had a job paying the same salary, and the executive had the job paying $250,000. It wasn't because these individuals lacked special training or abilities that would keep them from having higher paying jobs. They got the jobs that they saw themselves having. That's what they imagined for themselves. The job isn't going to arrive from another planet. The job is already here. You just have to tune into it now and connect to it. By simply going into your mind and looking around, you'll soon see how slimy it is and realize that occupying your mind with an endless catalog of activities is ridiculous. It's not necessary. If you're the kind of person that takes care of things, they're going to get handled, regardless of how much you worry. The question is, how do you use your present moment? Do you understand that anytime you're thinking anxious thoughts, you are denying the now? Instead of using the present moment in a productive, serene, calm way, you're choosing to believe that you cannot get through this day without being anxious. As you go into a meditative state, what happens is that you leave this world of form and enter into the formless, dimensionless world of thought. You then realize that you are the witness, watching yourself think and then react to the thought. You can ask yourself, what's the solution to this? What can I do? Why is this a problem for me? Why am I creating this in my life? Why am I having such a difficult time with my partner? Why am I consistently clashing with this particular person on the job? What is it about me where I'm always setting up myself to fail? Answers begin to come, floating right into your consciousness, from your higher self, from the divine. You see, this is more than just a hokey phrase used in self-help. In fact, what I've been talking about is not self-help, but self-realization, which is way beyond self-help. When you begin to realize yourself and you discover your magnificent potential, you see that everything that is coming at you has an opportunity in it, even though it may look like an obstacle. You think, I wonder why I created this. I wonder what lesson is in this for me. You may still have the suffering, but it is minimal and it does not last. When you're totally awake, aware, and enlightened, you receive some of the most powerful blessings of the universe. And these come via your higher self, which is the divine, speaking through you. You experience a drastic reduction in the amount of stress you have. You have an absence of resentment. You become more productive and you have more energy. You discover what your deep driving desire is. You won't ever be lonely. You become a more powerful human being. You know that any problem you have is to be solved in the mind. And there you have it, the power of awakening. Now please do help out. You will help out because it is easy. You will simply like this video so more people can enjoy it. You will share it too. You will spread the word. You will leave a comment and share your thoughts. You will subscribe to my channel and you will stay up to date. And the link to this book is in the description below. So you will buy it, you will read, and you will never stop learning, especially learning about yourself and about nature. So you will gift yourself by taking the free human needs test on my website, and you will find out what actually motivates you, what innate human need is driving all of your decisions and your behavior. And because you do feel you are ready to improve your self-awareness, your social awareness, your self-management, and your relationship management even further, you will check out my Master of Life Awareness program. The links are in the description below. Thank you. Love and respect.